Ladies and gentlemen, the champ of sports talk.
Yes, yes. Thank you. This is the champ. Thank you. Are you ready? Yes, sir. Well, let's go, because this is the champ here on Empire Radio. The NinerEmpire.com is the website, in case you didn't know. And here, all we care about, all we talk about is the red and the gold, because it's red and gold until I'm dead and cold. I'm gold-blooded. I have 5 rings, and I need another band, a band for the other hand. I love it that you're here with the champ. This is where we talk shop, we being me, and I speak for all of us, so it's like we. If you want to holler at the champ, send me an email, champ@theninerempire.com. But anyway, right now, this show is a very special show because the NFL has released their schedules for 2012. The Niners schedule is now known to us, no longer classified information. And we can now make guesstimations about what to expect going into next year with our team. So the first thing is the Niners opening up on the road pretty much. The first month we open up 3 of the first 4 games we're going to be playing on the road. Week 3 and 4, we're going to have a mega road trip like we did last year, where we went from Cincinnati and then to Philly. But this time we're going from Minnesota to New Jersey to play the Jets. I expect Harbaugh to do the same thing and keep our boys out on the road for the 2-week span. But anyway, after that, we're going to be having a long home stretch. So we're going to be playing at home for 5 of the next 6 games, with the only away game in the stretch being in Arizona, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And that is probably where we're going to get a lot of our momentum going and should have us really fired up going into next year. Going into the postseason. And we also don't play any NFC West opponent until the 7th week of the season, hosting Seattle in a primetime game. So very interesting. And then after that, it's going to be back-to-back-to-back NFC West games to wrap up the season. So interesting stuff. Excuse me. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down week by week. You're here with the champ for this kind of sports analysis. Week 1, Green Bay. Opening up on the road in Lambeau, the most legendary field in the NFL. Green Bay was largely picked to defend their crown, their Super Bowl crown last year. Fell short. I'm expecting them to come back with a lot of fire. This game is going to showcase Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith, both quarterbacks being linked at the hip for a long time now because of the draft where Alex Smith was chosen number 1 over Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers falls to the Packers. The rest is history. But now that Alex Smith has his credibility back, or is gaining credibility, it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to try to open up the season in Lambeau to see if he could really show that he's a leader and he wants to compete with Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to be real, because here on the champ, it's nothing but the truth, and we're going to be tallying wins and losses. Week 1, Lambeau Field against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. We're not going to pull it off, and we're going to start the season out 0-1 just because of that situation. And I know I hear the boos. I hear them. Yes, shut up. It's true. You know it's true. But stick with the champ. Follow me here. We're going to go from Lambeau back home, where we're going to see Detroit, where there's going to be a rematch of Handshake Gate. Jim Harbaugh and Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz being really fired up about Harbaugh's over-enthusiastic handshake after the game. There was some real bad blood there. Will it translate to the field for them to play this game? I think it will translate for the Niners, who will put the ass whooping on the Lions in front of everybody. I expect to win. So we're going to have a W. We'll even our record right there. But after that, we go on to our big road trip weekend, hitting the road out to Minnesota that has our old head coach, Mike Singletary, over there, assistant head coach, linebacker coach. But the Vikings are a mess. They don't have a lot of stability there. Adrian Peterson, their biggest player, had a huge injury last year, tore his knee up. Will he come back? Will he be running the same? Will he be able to be the same beast he was? Big, huge question mark over there in Minnesota. So I expect us to win that. I don't think that we're going to go. Minnesota's one of the most messy franchises in the game right now, so I don't expect us to lose to them. So that's going to be another W. One of the things to note about that game is it's going to be Randy Moss's first time ever playing the Vikings during the regular season. So let's see if there's going to be any fire about that, because obviously he left on a very bad note with the Brett Favre Vikings. But after that, we're going to stay on the road. Harbaugh's definitely probably going to keep us out on the road. Then we're going to Jersey to play the New York Jets. They are probably going to be led by Tim Tebow at that time. I think we all know that's true. Mark Sanchez not really being the man that I think they want in the animal house that is the New York Jets. And Alex Smith never has played against the Jets, but I think this season, this offseason has been just absolutely paralyzing for the Jets, because they've fallen apart at the seams. Rex Ryan was trying to be the fun-loving, clown-ass coach, and it really hasn't turned out for them. And now he brings in Tebow as some weird media move, really not smiled upon by many football experts and not even a lot of people in their own locker room. So I really look at the Jets being an absolute debacle. I won't be surprised if Rex Ryan gets fired before the season is over. Yes, I mean, you know it could happen. I mean, the guy has gotten so much bad press, and his coaching method has been so ineffective last year, it just really came undone. I wouldn't be surprised. So we're going to kick their ass, period. First month of the season, 3-1, but we haven't played any NFC West opponents yet. So we're going to go back home, and we're going to have the Buffalo Bills. Who circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills? Now, Chris Berman for many years has picked the Buffalo Bills and Niners to go in the Super Bowl together. It's never happened. But the Bills, trying to get some credibility back behind quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, had a great breakout year. He's a good quarterback, real smart guy. He's a Harvard graduate. And then they have Stevie Johnson, a real talented receiver who's also out here from the Bay. Buffalo, they have some pieces. They're on the cusp of being credible, but they're not there yet. They're coming into our home. I don't see it happening. Down goes Buffalo. Niners win. Another W. Week 6. The biggest game that better be circled on every single Niner fan's calendar, period. And that is Sunday against the New York Giants, the rematch of the NFC title game. Brandon Jacobs and Mario Manningham now on our side of the field. Very interesting how this is going to pan out this time around. We have two of their offensive weapons. The Giants, the Giants are the Super Bowl defending champions. This is going to be a big game for our Niners to see if we're ready to take the bowl. We defeat them in the rematch that stopped us from going. It's going to do a lot for our team's morale and really getting ready for this next postseason and getting our band for the other hand. So, Giants, you're going down this time around. The Niners put up another W in Week 6 to move us to 5-1. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Niner Empire Radio.